Ford Focus Manual Swap Part 5, Electrical Modifications. The purpose of this video is to explain to you how to modify your automatic transmission wiring harness to make it function as the manual transmission harness. And believe it or not, there's only 3 things to modify. The clutch pedal has a switch on top that you can see in the camera and a switch down on the bottom. The top switch is for the interlock to start the engine. The bottom switch is for deactivating the cruise control if it's depressed. When I was at the junkyard getting the pedal and everything else, I clipped the wires and made it where I can bring the connectors with me. When I was home, I went ahead and spliced about 6 or 8 feet of wire onto each connector. Each connector on the clutch pedal switches has 2 wires coming out of it, so that's a total of 4 strands of wire. You can take 1 wire off of each switch and ground it. Once again, one of the wires on each switch goes to ground. And what I did is I ran one of the wires on each switch down through here. I'm not going to pull this apart, however, there are a few grounds you can tee into, which is what I did. You can sort of see one of them there. And then the other wire on each switch that's left over, I ran through the firewall. I drilled about maybe a 1/4 inch hole right here. Don't hate on me. There are other options. I've heard of people running it through the grommet for the hood latch up through here. I did, of course, put different color wires for each switch so that I know which one is which. In my particular situation, the black wire goes to the top switch, so that's for the starter interlock, and this goes to the cruise control deactivation switch. Okay. So let's start with the black wire first, shall we? Once again, that is one leg of the top switch for the interlock on the clutch in there. One side of it is grounded, and then this is the other wire coming out of that switch, and it is going to go to pin 13 on the PCM. All of the wiring work I'm talking about is going to be taking place on the smaller of the 2 PCM connectors. Pin 13 is a gray wire with an orange tracer. Once again, a gray wire with an orange stripe on it. And that wire does come up to where the TCM connector was, so you can just tie in up here. Tie the black wire right here. You may be wondering, why is your TCM connector gone? That brings me to my next point. You need to add 2 terminals to this PCM connector. You need to add them in the spots labeled 42 and 43. If you look on the bottom here, it'll tell you where 45 is. So you just, do some math there. So pins 42 and 43. The TCM connector off of the vehicle does have the exact same pins inside of it. So what I did is I just pulled 2 of them out and put them in there. Depinning is a bit of a job in and of its own, so what I'm going to do here is look in the description below. I'm going to put a link for a video one of my subscribers made. It's a very good job and shows how to depin and take apart these connectors. So check the description below. Moving on, the wire coming from the bottom switch, the cruise control deactivation switch, has to go down to pin 43 on the PCM connector here. And in my situation, that is going to be the green wire. Feel free to join my Discord if you need any help figuring this out. I will supply any wiring diagrams we have. And I do have a whole section in my Discord related to the manual swap and everything you'll need. Alright, anyway, moving on. Once I have that wire connected right here from that lower switch, we'll have to wire up the reverse lights. And the reverse lights are not going to work until the PCM is programmed with a manual calibration. However, the purpose of this video is just to show you the electrical part. At the junkyard, I did recover the connector for the reverse switch right here. You're going to want to take pin 1, which is that blue colored wire there, and wire that down to pin number 42 on the PCM connector. Just wire it in right here. Back up here again, take pin 2 of the switch here, the one with the green on it there, and just ground it. And once I'm done with this mess here and wire in that orange striped wire, I am going to go ahead and put some heat shrink individually on each of these wires to seal them and waterproof them so no corrosion grows up into the harness here. You can get an entire box of heat shrink from eBay for like $8. And of course, any splices that you make in here to put the wires together, you want to make sure you put heat shrink on them, especially if it's going to be outside the car. That covers the basics there. Let me give you some tips. I did have a spare transmission harness for a Focus. So the first thing I did, I took the TCM connector apart on that and pinned the PCM connector with the pins out of here. Lo and behold, it didn't work. They didn't click in. I looked closer. I zoomed in on the pins with my phone on the PCM, and that's when I realized the pins were different. The That's when I took the TCM connector off of my car and realized that the pins match the PCM on here. So it appears throughout the years that Ford changed the pin design. So I would highly recommend getting the TCM connector off of your own car so that you know that the pins are going to match and that you don't end up chasing your tail later on, trying to figure out what in the world is going on. Because while the pins will hold in, the connector's locked in there, it doesn't make the same level of pin fitment, so that could possibly lead to a poor electrical connection. So yeah, use the TCM connector off of your car or a same year model car. Another tip and trick here that I did is I ground down the tip of a paper clip, and that worked fine in order to get in and release the pins. Once again, check that video below to learn more about depinning, but I just wanted to add that little tip there. If they are being stubborn and won't release out of the connector, you can get a precision screwdriver kit. However, I would try to avoid this on the PCM connector, but you can do this with the TCM connector that you're throwing away anyway, because it might damage the connector housing there. That covers it, guys. That covers an overview there. Join the Discord server if you're manual swapping. A lot of good info there. And we do have a guide written in there for programming with FORScan, the PCM. ABS, instrument cluster, and body control module will have to be programmed, and there's a tutorial in there. It was written by a fellow subscriber on here who is a software writer for vehicles, so did a good job on it. Really helps. Guys, I sure do hope this video helps. If you got any questions, let me know below, or join the Facebook or Discord group. All right, bye.